Hey guys, well, I'll tell you, this has been one of those days. You know what I mean? Just one of those days where you're like, wow, this is different. Things were different. Uh, whilst at the same time, seemingly so very much the same. Uh, there's plenty of activity out there, while we were out. Um, but there also seemed to be just a better group of people out there today. Just a whole bunch of people out there that I was just thinking of and seeing as, I don't know, there's something about them. They had a better vibe or something to them. Of course, there were a few of the others, and I think I got attacked, maybe. But I think I ran into something wrong. I'm not sure. I might be seeing damage from an attack of some sort, but um, mostly it was just a good day, at least as far as I could tell. Other than some of the people with their weirdness, um, some of the very strange traffic that we were dealing with. I was amazed, but at what happened at the bank whenever the woman in front of me spoke to me. I was like, "What?" I mean, it actually threw me off completely. Because I was already online as to what I'm doing. I'm here to do this and that. And look at this. Now they've got all these people stacked up in front of me. Da 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 da, blah blah blah. And I'm here in hostile territory. I wonder how much evil is in this place anyway. Yeah. How much is being triangulated up on me right now. So for me to be expecting a friendly exchange down in the middle of, the combat zone there. I've received some healthy doses of some pretty extreme stuff in that area, just simply because of who stomps around on those grounds on a normal basis. But the it was a friendly exchange. It seemed, that's the whole point of it. That's what threw me off so much. I kept on getting this feeling of less hatred, or just more nice. And I'm thinking, I was thinking about this, with their theory about how your exterior world will reflect your interior world and who you are on the inside. Well, all we've been doing is fighting, fighting, and fighting to have the right to again go, no, only the ones that we like can come in because they're not damaging to the ship, etc., so on and so forth. And we're not going to give you any explanations. Get out of here. It's basically the doors are closed to what doesn't work, right? Because we're not given to bad combinations and that kind of thing like that. But so it was a mostly friendly day. It seemed like a nice vibe. And I'm like, I got all these groceries. I got this big selection of stuff, and I'm like, I'm not going to eat a quarter of it. Is what I'm guessing. Is that it's just there for like comfort? I know it's there, and that there's a selection of this stuff, and it's all vegetable stuff. None of it's none of it's going to be reliant upon meat. And yeah, that's a cleansing step. But I think that it won't be but a week before I'm on a full, big time type of cleansing. Is excuse me, by my which is it's anyway. So it was all good. Well, until about 10 o'clock or so. I don't know what time it was. The first time I heard it fly by. Now, there's nothing like having people in aircrafts cruising by your house. There's nothing like it. or to look out the window and see a helicopter hovering, you know, just staring down at your house and stuff, when none of that kind of thing ever happens. But in particular, the aircraft thing, as they go trolling by, like they're, yeah, yeah. So the hostile was out, I guess, and is still at it. Why? No one can come up with an explanation as to that. They can't. They can't explain rationally in any way. That anybody will agree with them. That yeah, they have every reason and right to blah 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 blah, and still be trying to do this, that, or another regarding me. Whenever they know, absolutely know, what they were trying to do was steal something that didn't belong to them. Steal something from uh, the guy who does own it, who's it has always belonged to, right? So yeah, they always knew they were stealing right at the very beginning. Whenever they were trying to snatch us up, they knew they were stealing. That's all it was. So, I again, where if there's how seriously can you take the stories of woe and wrath befalling them and oh it's so terrible whenever they've got the time and money to come flying around here, right? Yeah, they're always good at undermining the believability of the show, aren't they? And everyone always is looking at them like, what is wrong with you, right? And or if they don't say it to them directly, they're saying it behind their back. But as far as I can tell, I guess it's um, I don't know. I mean, from what I know about it, the things it's saying and doing, I don't know too much about it. It just seems like ludicrous type of, I mean, just off the hook type of insanity. And I think it's just all to be like, come fight with me about it. Come correct me. Come show me the blah, blah, blah. Just fight, fight me. Fight, fight, fight. What else they have? I don't, we're not going to be fighting with them. And, that's the job of heaven to defeat them for me. And they do. So again, I don't understand why they would bother. Again, they've never come to me and said anything to me about what it was or wasn't. It was supposed to have ended like 16 years ago when we said goodbye. And then there was another time it's supposed to have ended. And after that, well, I guess just anything to be thought of, right? And again, I don't know why, because when you're like that and you're that much of a like a scar on the whole thing, it's guaranteed that it's going to be taken out and it'll be erased and it won't even be known that it was ever known. I'm pretty sure of that at some point. But in any case, guys, again, thanks so very much for your support. I was looking at around out there today, and I was seeing all these people that were fatties and little, like trying to get a little fat, and I was thinking, well, God love them all. I guess that they'll be helpful whenever we go onto our fasting and stuff. Again, people were talking about how some people want to come from the other team back over to our team or something. There has to be a process for that of some sort, and that's managed by heaven as far as I know. But it's not one of those things where they come in directly like, hey, we're part of your team, we're part of the house now. Because no, it's not one of those things where okay, now we're on board, we're in the house with you. No, 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 no. There's a process that people have to go through before they're actually considered the day. You know what I'm saying? But the more the merrier, of course. By the time we leave, it's supposed to be a full ship, from what I understand, and it will have to have expanded probably. So, God love you.